Hi, I'm Josh Bicknell with McGraw-Hill Education, and I'm talking today to Douglas Fisher about close reading and how it relates to the Common Core State Standards. So Doug, how would you describe close reading? How would you define it?
A close reading is a careful and purposeful reading. Well, actually, it's rereading. It's a careful and purposeful rereading of a text. It's an encounter with a text where students really focus on what the author had to say, what the author's purpose was, what the words mean, what the structure of the text tells us. It really is getting to what Louis Rosenblatt talked about as a transaction between the reader and the text. Louis Rosenblatt, the originator of reader response theory, really talked about understanding what the author had to say and not impugning those authors' words, but really getting what the author had to say and bringing some of your own ideas to bear on that text. In a close reading, we have to have students reread the text. We give them questions, text-dependent questions that require that they go back into the text and search for answers. These aren't simply recall questions, just the facts of the text, but rather questions that allow students to think about the text and the author's purpose and the structure and the flow of the text. Close reading requires that students actually think and understand what they're reading.
Thanks, Doug. That was a great answer. My second question for you has to do with Common Core State Standards in close reading. So is close reading part of addressing the Common Core State Standards? Can you elaborate?
Close reading isn't in the Common Core State Standards. However, an analysis of the Common Core State Standards really says you've got to learn the text well. The Common Core State Standards require that students provide evidence and justification for their answers. The only way we know how students can do this, that they really learn to provide evidence and justification, is if they closely read. When we have students really read carefully, they pay attention to the words, the ideas, the structure, the flow, and the purpose of that text, they're ready to answer more complex questions that require that they really think about what the author said and compare that with what they know, what they believe, and what they think.
Doug, thank you so much for talking to me today about close reading and the Common Core State Standards. So tune in next time, we'll talk to Doug about what close reading looks like in the classroom. So stay tuned. Thank you.